Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time since I've done this, so I want to start off by reintroducing myself. My name is Daniel Alvarez. I'm with Strother Real Estate, and I sell property in the Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bragg area. Today is primarily going to be about just a market update, kind of what we're seeing here presently. I want to touch on three things. We're going to start with talking about the past, just to give you some perspective. Then we're going to talk about the present, what we're seeing here right now, and then kind of where we think it's going in the next 6 months to a year. With that being said, let's get started. Just to put everything into perspective for you, I've actually been selling real estate this is my 4th year now. When I first started, this was primarily a buyer's market. Now, what does that mean? That means based off supply and demand, it is in favor of a buyer, which has completely flip-flopped since then. In 2019, when I first started selling, we had anywhere between 3,200 homes to 3,800 homes on the market at one time. This is when buyers were very spoiled. This is when they would take their time, right, to submit offers. They would lowball offers, and they would, essentially asking the seller to give them the house for free. That's really what it felt like at that time. To give you an example, in 2018, June 2018, I bought my first house, and the seller at that time paid $5,500 towards closing costs. All I paid for at that time was my inspections and my deposits, which were not very aggressive at that time. I ended up getting my deposits back at closing. So really, I ended up buying this property with really no money out of pocket. Fast forwarding a bit to 2020 and 2021, things have drastically changed, as most of you may know. Over the last 6 months to a year, what we've seen is somewhere between 400 to about 1,000 houses on the market at once in our current MLS. Our current MLS can span somewhere between Sanford up north to about Lumberton down south, to about Eastover on the east side, to about Southern Pines on the west side is kind of what the area that we cover. As you can see with those numbers, we're talking about a 75, maybe more than a 75% decline in inventory numbers. This, coupled with the high demand and low interest rates, has caused a perfect storm. Not just locally, but nationwide. So what should you expect as a buyer? Here's a couple things to start thinking about and kind of preparing yourself mentally if you're looking to buy a home. Assume you are competing in almost every situation when you're looking to buy a home. Expect to pay money over the list price. Sometimes people have this misconception that they can offer money below the list price. There's certain instances where that makes sense, but for the most part, in a perfect world where properties are listed where they need to be listed or at market value, houses are selling above that. And I've seen anywhere between $5,000 to about $30,000 over that amount. Expect to be aggressive with your deposits. One thing that we've seen go away completely here in this market pretty much is earnest money. I'm sure you guys have heard of earnest money. This has almost gone away completely. Now sellers are primarily wanting due diligence money. Lastly, and perhaps the scariest for buyers, is money over appraised value. I've written offers with $500 over appraised value and up to $12,000 over appraised value. I know it's scary to think about, but it is literally what this market has turned into, and it's something that we are seeing here on a day-to-day basis. To finish off, let's talk a little bit about the market moving forward. First and foremost, I want to say that I do not really see the market crashing like many people think. What we're seeing here, we really don't see this slowing down anytime soon. Overall, I have faith in the Fed that they will raise rates at a pace that won't cause a crazy decline in home prices. Historically, rates are still at all-time lows, but the days of the 2.25s and the 2.75s are now over. Now we're actually seeing rates in that 3.25 to 3.5 range for people with good credit and without paying points. With that being said, I hope this helps you understand where we are in the market. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. If you're a buyer or seller in the area and need assistance, feel free to reach out. I'm gonna leave my contact information in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.